And I struggle with that, and that really put me in a very dark, separated place. And as much as I wanted to blame the other person, I knew that I was just as responsible as she was. And I'm not putting on that on her. I do forgive her, because that's the person I am today. I don't hold anything against her. But in this walk, I realized that relationship was not meant for either of us. It was almost like a stepping stone. I'm sure she learned a lot. I learned a lot about myself, and I realized after all of that, like, I was very empty. Like, I was stripped of everything that I identified. I gave up my business. I lost my wife. The only thing I had was literally my dog. And moving back home, like, I didn't know what to do. I was in a dark place. Like, I didn't really want to be here. And there's not a single person that could actually save me. Because, like, I love my family. I love my friends and stuff like that. But looking back, like, none of them could have saved me from where I was at. And what actually pulled me through it was just the relationship with my dog, because prior to that, she was a rescue from North Carolina. She was 3 days away from being put down, just because they have so much turnover down there, that I realized, I'm like, if I ever go through with this, I'm making a permanent, not a solution, but a permanent action over a temporary problem. And I couldn't grapple with that. As much as I didn't want to be here and not go through, like, all this pain, I knew that I couldn't do that to my dog. I knew I couldn't do that to my family. I couldn't do that to work. I couldn't do it. There was too much here for me, even though I couldn't recognize it. And from there, I started to, self-idolize myself. I reverted back to the person that I was before the business, before the girls, all that sort of stuff. I just love hiking. I love being out in nature. And, one day I decided I'm just going to go for a hike at Marsh Creek and with the dog. Didn't really have any plans for it. Let's just go walk in the woods for a little bit. And we're just walking along, and my life changed when the dog just turned around at me and I just saw how happy she was. Like, she was always a happy dog, but, like, something was different about her. Like, she just looked happy and alive. And I was like, I love this feeling. Like, this is as much of her life as it is mine. Like, I need to do the best for her. I need to get out of this dark place. I need to do something. So I started hiking and traveling. I was trying to do a bunch of high adventure stuff, skydiving, whitewater rafting, side-by-sides in the New Hampshire mountains. Like, let's live life. Let's do all this stuff. And it was fun, and, meeting a lot of different people, and, getting to tell people different stories. I was like, wow, this is, like, really intoxicating, because I'm like this hype guy. Like, let's go all do all this sort of stuff, or this is what I'm doing when I'm solo traveling. Look at me. But in all that joy, I was still dead inside. I still didn't have, there was like a hole in me. No matter where I jumped off or hiked or biked, or there was nothing that I could do to fill that void. And I was like, you know what? It's probably because I'm doing it alone. It's been a year after the divorce here. Let me just go and let me try this whole dating scene again, because you got to start somewhere, even though it's very daunting because everything's online. No one's really about the human connection anymore. And so I tried to fill that void with women, dating all the wrong people. viewing them the wrong way. And I did that for about a year and a quarter or so. And just wasn't working out. Like, you get to know someone and then they're here and gone. You pursue someone, you would see their stat list of like what they're into, religion, their views and stuff like that. And you get to the point, it's like, oh, I can make any of these people like kind of similar to what I'm looking for. So like, you're just chasing after people, trying to like not get hurt in the process. And then as soon as something were good be coming along, it'd be taken away. And you're like, I don't know what to do here. Like, this is wild. Like, I thought I was a good person. Like, I have all these adventures. I'm being very upfront with things. There's no like catfishing and stuff like that. And so I got to the point, I'm like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. Like, social media is showing me like all this solo traveling, like upgrade your truck, upgrade your camper, just go anywhere. Just travel the country. You want to do all this, just make it full time. Sell all your stuff off, upgrade what you need to, just live on the road, just you and the dog. And so I was planning on that. Like, that was my solution, is to escape from the current reality of here and just leave. And what really brought me back is, I have a really good friend, Mark, bought a house. Him and his wife, they have a baby on the way. And he's like, hey, man, can I borrow your dump trailer? We're doing a bunch of renovations. It would be very helpful. Save us a ton of money on a dumpster. And we have like a small area to put it. Like, can we borrow the dump trailer? Like, absolutely. Like, we've had a good friendship for years, helped each other out. And so he used the dump trailer. He's like, hey, let's go grab dinner. Like, let me just pay you back. Let's have dinner. Let's just catch up. Let's do that. Okay, you pick the place. I'll be there. I can't remember exactly where I went, but it was like this. It was almost like kind of like the backwoods of like Chester Springs or something like that. Little bar. Went there, had dinner. I was kind of telling him everything that was going on lately with me, the latest girl that I was dating or attempting to date, and just everything wasn't working out. I'm like, man, I'm ready to just blow this popsicle stand and just get out of here. It's not working out. Let me just lay everything out and just put everything on black and just everything on me. Let's take everything and put it on myself, because it's the only thing I can rely on is me and my dog. And there was other people I could, but I just wasn't in that right frame of mind. And he's like, I don't know if you should do that. Like, I really think that there is someone out there for you. Just give it one more try. I don't think he's like, I've known people that have been on Hinge before and they've gotten married and have great relationships and marriages. And he's like, just give that a try. Just give it one more try before like you just take off. And I was like, okay, I'll give it one more try. I mean, this was the Hail Mary for me, because I was at the end of my rope. This was the end of the rope for me. So I left that bar and I get in my truck, and something just compelled me. And it's like, you just need to pray. Just have a conversation with God. I don't, are you real? Are you not real? Like, just have a conversation. So it was a 45-minute drive home, and I just prayed the entire time. I was like, Lord, this isn't working out for me. If there's someone out there for me, I can't do this on my own. I'm fully surrendering everything to you. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm surrendering it to you, because if there is someone out there for me, it's going to be by your hand. I'm not going to go and pursue people. I'm just going to be available. I'm going to try to be the best person I can be, but it's going to be by your hand and your will that the right person comes along. I'm not going to, start seeking and tell the end of the story and get my hopes up. I'm just going to give it all to you. And prayed that prayer. Nothing happened. one day, 2 days, and I'm like, I think it'd be more of a turnaround time here. Kind of losing a little hope, but I did download the app and I followed my friend's advice, just give it one more try. And a week later, when I was disappointed, I'm like, this ain't gonna work. I'm just gonna delete it. Let's just start taking pictures, posting stuff. A week later, this godly woman. I mean, I couldn't describe her anymore. I mean, from the get-go, godly woman pursues me. I'm at work. I look down at my watch. This girl, Samantha, comes up. And I'm looking at her and I'm like, she ain't my type. She's got ruby red lipstick on. She looks like she's like an art teacher, like a teacher. She had a very like liberal like vibe to her. And because I was judging her as like cover of a book. And I looked at her and I didn't have the opportunity because of my watch. I couldn't like swipe or anything. I couldn't like deny it. I'm like, yeah, that doesn't look like a person I'd be interested. But I couldn't do anything with it. So I was like, I'll just look at it later. And man, that would have been the worst decision of my life. Had I had done that or pulled out my phone and be like, I'll just do it now. I'll just like get rid of it all. I'll go talk to this other person. And man, she wasn't what I thought she was. She was everything I ever needed and everything I could have ever wanted and everything I didn't know I needed in her. And we started talking and we set up a time to, I believe it was go to Top Golf like a week after we started talking, and she ends up messaging me, hey, like, before the date, like, let's FaceTime. I just want to make sure that like you're the person that you perceive to be. I was like, oh, absolutely. So we FaceTimed that night, and man, I was hooked. I was hooked on her. Just everything was easy with her talking. There was no like topics we didn't want to discuss. Like, we were just all open. And we ended that call saying, hey, I don't know if I can wait a week to meet you. Like, I serve at church at 6:00. I'd be willing to drive halfway. We'll go to Westchester and we'll get breakfast and we'll just meet then. I'm like, absolutely. And little did she know that I had something already set up with another girl that same morning. Not proud of this, but ended up, we went to breakfast. We ended up getting coffee after. And man, I didn't want to leave her. I didn't want to leave her at all. Like, I felt like I knew her my entire life from day one. And like, I thought I knew connections with people in the past. Nothing. Like, this could have only been God's hand. And so I ended up leaving her. I told her I had to go help a friend. Went on another date. It lasted probably about half an hour or so. And she's like, oh, I gotta go. I gotta go to a birthday party. And I'm like, thank God. Got back in my truck, started up, pulled out of the park. I called her right away and I talked to her the entire way home. And I'm like, I haven't stopped. I haven't stopped pursuing her. I was like, it's her. And I've had people text me, hey, like, are you still going to go on that second date? And I'm like, I'm a man of my honor. Like, I did promise this person I would go, but, like, how did this breakfast go? I'm like, nah, she's the one. Like, I just knew. I just knew. Like, it could have only been by his hand, but I never realized it. So we fast forward, we went on a couple dates, and she's from New Jersey, so I was like, hey, like, I'll visit you, I'll come down, I'll bring the camper, do like a little harvest host sort of thing, come visit you. And Sunday rolls around, I was like, hey, so like, what should I wear for church? And she just about breaks down. She's like, I never asked you to go to church. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but you're enough of a reason for me to give it one more try. Because at this point, I'm 10, 12 years out of church, was not a priority. Like, I'm going to go to church. I didn't know what I was going to be walking into. Didn't know what the church was. Didn't know what people were. It could have been, I don't even necessarily remember if she told me exactly like what type of church it was. Could have been Catholic. Could have been anything. Like, but it's enough of a reason to go back because of her. I walk into that church, I just see how lively it is. It's nothing like I've ever experienced with other churches in the past. It was so lively. Sit down, I'm with her family, and I listen to the worship music. People are standing, hands are in the air, and I'm like, this is weird. Like, I've never experienced that. Like, if you got your hands in the air, I think you're weird. Like, what's moving you so much to like just raise your hand? So I get through that. I listened to the sermon. I was like, man, this is a good sermon. And but it was almost like he was talking directly to me in like bits and pieces. And then we get to the end, and he talks about, hey, like, if you want to have a relationship with Jesus, like, today's the day to do it. You know, we're going to give you the opportunity to do the salvation prayer all together. You're not going to say it alone. You know, everybody's going to, the whole entire church is going to be with you. But then he also said, if you want to have that relationship with him, everybody bow your heads, close your eyes, raise your hand. Next thing you know, my hand goes up. And I was like, what am I doing? Like, was not expecting this. Like, it was like that scenario. My right hand didn't know what my left hand was doing. It raised. I did the salvation prayer, and I never stopped going. I never stopped continuing to go. I don't know if I messed up the wording. But like, I continued to go after that. And then I would start to like listen to the sermons more because they were posted online. So like, I would sit at work in a machine. I would play through the sermons and stuff like that. And I had gone through all the sermons probably twice, but there was one sermon that I never looked back on. And it was months later. It was the original sermon that I got saved with. And I'm listening to it, and I'm like breaking down, because I'm like, that sermon is the person that I am today. Christ was giving me the preview of the person I was meant to be and be transformed to.